Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Car Question. We're sitting behind the wheels of the Type R, and boy, this is such an incredible machine. And the vitamina, the engine power is right there, the center, the heart of the Type R with a 2.0 engine. It's a 4-cylinder, 16 valves, direct injection, VTEC, DOHC, and this little one is going to be good for 306 horsepower at 6,500 RPM. This is impressive number. Our friends back in Montreal, the journalist Soto there, tested the car on a dyno and they got close at the wheels to this number. So does the engine have 350 horsepower? That's a good question. If you have a Type R, if a friend of yours tested it on the dyno, feel free to share the result right there in the comment section. Let's talk about torque. 295 at 2,500 and at 4,500 RPM. So you've got a wide band of power right there. High VTEC with the cam. You don't really hear the VTEC though when it kicks in, but still you've got a low inertia, mono-scroll turbo with electronic wastegate, computer control, direct injection with multi-hole fuel injection. You've got a super lightweight, high rigidity steel crankshaft, and you've got forged steel connecting rods. The tune-up interval are going to be 100,000 miles or 160K. It's impressive, and that's going to be a low maintenance cost for this kind of power, for this kind of supercar. The fuel that you're going to need is premium 91, and you're going to be able to rev it at 7,000 RPM. That's the maximum when the shift light is going to go on. And believe me, 2, 3, 4, you're going to see that line get here so fast. This is incredible, the acceleration of this car. Transmission, quick, precise. I love that. 6-speed manual. This is a save the manual case here. You don't have any double clutch, automatic transmission, CVT. Forget that. Honda save the manual with that. And you have a rev match system to help you, because if you're going from 6th gear to 3rd gear, you're going to see the engine rev go up, and guess what? You're going to be in perfect position to get the more acceleration feeling possible. This car is going to be good for 170 miles per hour or 274 kilometers per hour. Talking about major top speed, this is impressive. It's the world's fastest production front-wheel drive car at the Nürburgring right now. So this is a great record for Honda. You've got 3 different drive modes that you can select. You've got comfort, you've got a sports mode. Each time that you start the car, it's going to be into that mode. And you've got the Plus R mode. This is going to control the electric power steering, the drive-by-wire throttle system, the automatic rev matching, the vehicle stability assist, and the agile handling assist and traction control of the car. So remember, when you're going to be in comfort mode, this is perfect for everyday driving. But when you switch it to Plus R, everything comes red, the car sees red, and you're going to be able to do the perfect time on those tracks. Acceleration are really impressive. This is a Scud missile. This is really fast, but be careful, you know, when you're with a front-wheel drive car, I know you don't have any all-wheel drive, so it's not going to be always in the perfect condition to track out there, because when you're on the drag strip, you've got the glue. But when you're anywhere in the street at a red light, sometimes it's uneven, sometimes you've got some sand, and it's been really hard for us to do a perfect 0 to 100 with that car. Even the temperature, you know, the tire compound will react to low temperature. So we were around 7, 8 degrees around here, some humidity, and that was not really good for tracking into 1st gear. And that's going to be the same thing if you want to challenge someone on the drag strip. Be careful, 1st gear, it's gonna will up a little bit, but as soon as you're gonna get into 2nd, beware of the synchro, be careful. You know, you really want to get that gear perfectly or you will hear a and that's not good. As soon as you're gonna pull into 2nd, you're gonna see major acceleration of that car. So if you challenge somebody, let it go when it comes, you know, to leave the red light. But as soon as you're going to be into second, awesome how fast it's going to be. You've got a helical limited slip differential in front. The system will never lock two wheels together as would a locking differential, but instead it will allow different wheel speeds to accommodate a longer distances of the outer wheel when it must do the travel in the cornering, you know, and it will send the car in a perfect feeling when it's gonna come to cornering. You will put the pedal at full throttle if you want, and you're gonna see that Civic dive right there in the corner. You're not gonna get some oversteer, and that's impressive with the car. So it's gonna generate also reduced wheel spin when you're gonna be exiting the corner. It will enhance the vehicle responsiveness to throttle input and corner. The term helical, it describes the way the differential gear's teeth are cut, which is an angle when you compare it to regular gear that are straight cut. You've got the rev match control. You've got two different modes also when you're going to be into comfort and into sports mode. You won't really feel it. You will hear the noise. And by the way, the sound of the engine, not that great. Could have been a little bit better. But when you switch it into R+ mode, it's going to be way more aggressive. You will have the quick revving. It's going to be ready. You floor it. Turbo is going to be there, maximum pressure, and boom, there you go, top speed ahead. You've got to know that car and driver did the 0-60 in 4.9 seconds without any torque steer. You're going to be accelerating and you won't have to hold on and constantly correct the steering wheel. This car will go straight. You've got some kind of launch control though also. When you can press the accelerator fully, it's going to rev around 3000 RPM, and you let go of the clutch. And don't think about revving this car at a red light. You're going to get humiliated. And I talk again at the drag strip. You know, if you got a big SRT model right there, the sound is not really impressive, and you've got that rev limiter that will prevent you from, you know, giving some attitude out there. You've got also major braking force. You've got 13.78 inches up front with Brembo 4-caliper piston aluminum, and in the rear 12 inches. When it's going to come to braking, it really feels like a super sports car. It feels like a Porsche, and the braking is right there. The feeling is there. There's no fade, but beware of replacement for those parts. This is going to cost a lot of money. And you can see the disc up front. Also, it's cross-drill. The suspension, you've got an adaptive damper system. When you're going to be into comfort, that's going to be perfect for your everyday driving. It's impressive how this car is well balanced. It's going to be civilized for everyday driving into comfort, but it's going to be a real beast when you're going to switch it in Plus R mode. Now you will be able to be in a machine that's going to be track optimized, and in Plus R mode also the driver can additionally choose to switch off the VSA and traction control, and now this is going to be for the best experience possible. This is the kind of setting that they did the record on the Nürburgring. The suspension, really unique to the Type R. It's a dual axis up front. It's specially designed with aluminum knuckles, strut fork, and lower arms, and you've got a special geometry which is optimized for sports angling that will include more initial negative camber for crisper turning and more caster, and it's going to add a lot of stability. In the rear, it's going to be a multi-link suspension. Be careful, you know, the bad roads here in Quebec City. You don't want to dive in comfort mode, full brake, you know, sometimes the lip is so low. I don't want you to break something, or I don't know, get home with a bumper right there in the back of your trunk. Either way, you're going to be impressed by the change in the reaction of the suspension and how high the G-force can get. 1.02 G that they've been able to do into the testing. You've got also bigger front stabilizer bar, a rear stabilizer bar which is also really stiff, and 38% more body rigidity when you compare it to the older model that was present in Europe. Direction, variable, electric assist, and precise, exactly the feeling that we're waiting for when you're into a sports car and when you're into comfort mode, everyday driving, the perfect balance once again. And that's what stands out with the Type R. You know, you can take this car to go to your work every day, but when you get into an aggressive situation out there where you need power and you need the rolling lane necessary, switch it into Plus R and you're gonna see the beast unleash. So the pre-production model of the Type R did an awesome number on the Nürburgring track. It's been able to do a lap time of 7 minutes, 43 seconds, 0.8. This is a world record for a front-wheel drive car. So it's incredibly fast. Look how fast it is in the stretch, and look at the pilot in the curves. Look at the grip that he gets. Okay, he's an amazing pilot out there. He pushed the car so far, but this is an impressive number and a big achievement for Honda. Let's talk about security in the car. Well, it's lacking certain features if you compare it to a normal car, but you know, that's okay. I don't want the weight of those security features, and I don't want too much intrusion. So if I don't get any blind spot monitoring or collision alert, maybe collision alert could be a good thing with a car so fast. But you still got the lane watch feature that I love. You enable it, you can check right there on your right side if there's any car hiding. With the great quality of the camera though, you've got a rear view camera with a little bit less quality, I don't know why, but still you've got the advanced compatibility engineering ace body, perfect for the crash result, and you've got a auto on and off headlight. Still, it's lacking some security feature, but you know, it's a sports car. When it's gonna come to fuel consumption, well, remember 91 octane fuel in this one. So we did a lot of highway. We were able to do in the 7.5 liter per 100. This is an impressive number because after that, we threw the car on some fast section of our test drive, 8.5, always under 9, and this is really an amazing number for 306 horsepower. The real numbers from Honda, 10.6 on city mode, 8.3 on the highway, and you can put 46.91 liters in the car. That's precise. So the Type R, yes, I know there's no all-wheel drive. Yes, I know traction from a standstill. We've been having trouble also doing our 0 from 60, you know, with a low temperature, with humidity outside. I know you're not gonna get that perfect number, but still, when you're into second, third year, fourth year, fifth gear, this car is unstoppable. It's incredibly fast and it loves to hog the road. And that's what we like about a sports car. So there you go. What do you think about that? Feel free to comment in the section down there below. Do a thumbs up because it's good for us and, you know, the referencing of our YouTube video. But we also like to give you great video. Otherwise, subscribe to Car Question and see you in another video when we're gonna compare the Type R to the Focus RS, to the Golf R and those really fast cars, and even the STI. Take care, see you another time.